direction of Bill Stiefel. Number 21, Owen Linsmeyer. At wide receiver, number 24, Cody Schmidt. At running back, number 35, Eric
right there.
Another running back, number 38, Colton Kakolka. Another running back, number 41, Aaron Packham. At guard, number 53, Dylan Bauer. At tackle, number 55, Connor Allison. At guard, number 56, Trent Layton. At tackle, number 65, Andrew Melvin. At tackle, number 72, Tristan Holden. At tight end, number 88, Hunter Miller. And finally, a freshman, the 12th man, number 66, Hunter Hepler.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Nekoosa. The Nekoosa Papermakers celebrate homecoming this evening. They'll take on the Wautoma Hornets in South Central Conference football action. My name is Tom Kirsch. Joining me for this broadcast is Mr. Daniel Schmidt, and our cameraman tonight, of course, Mr. Jim Allen. We're certainly glad you could join us. Thanks so much to Nekoosa High School and River City's Community Access for helping us bring you presentations of NHS sports. Through six weeks of the football season, teams throughout the state of Wisconsin have enjoyed fine late summer and early fall weather. Well, that ends a bit tonight as Nekoosa and Wautoma meet on a wet field under cloudy skies. We're going to find out which team has the best mutters as Nekoosa and Wautoma square off for the top spot in the South Central Conference. Wautoma brings a 3-3 overall mark to Holland Field. They started the season poorly, 3 straight losses against very good non-conference competition. Hornets turned that around, though, with 3 straight wins, 2 of those coming in conference games. Wautoma has a lot of good young talent on the roster. Sophomore quarterback Jack Egan leads the way. He's thrown for 700 yards on the year. His favorite target is junior Taylor Rivers. He has 15 completions and 2 touchdowns. Nekoosa stands 5-1 on the year. They, like Wautoma, are 2-0 in conference play. Papermakers fresh off an exciting win last week over Westfield, a game where they needed a Cody Schmidt touchdown return on a kickoff in the last minute to pull out the win. Nekoosa kicks the ball away to begin the ball game, and special teams for Nekoosa comes out very well. Dakota Wilcox brought down right about the 27-yard line. Wautoma will start from there. So, Dan, a little bit of unknown tonight. Wautoma's played some very good teams. They've played some very bad teams. It's hard to judge just how good they are.
Yeah, Tom, the first 3 teams they play have a combined record right now today of 17-1. Egerton is ranked number 5 in Division 4. Lodi is ranked number 2 in Division 4. And St. Mary Springs is ranked number 1 in Division 6. So they played some very good teams in the first 3 games that they played.
Wautoma will run the ball on first down outside. I believe that's Bryce Bennett, and a good play by the Nekoosa D.
This is really a very big game for both teams because the team that wins tonight automatically will make a playoff berth because they'll be over 500 in the conference.
It just doesn't seem that late in the season, does it?
No.
Well, that's true, though.
Although I do look for both these teams to make the conference.
Bennett lost 2 on first down. 2nd and 12 now for the Hornets. 2 receivers split left. Jack Egan, the quarterback, keeps the football under some pressure, makes a pretty good throw, and we get a heck of a catch out there by Nathaniel Logging.
Excellent catch. Excellent.
With the reception.
That ball was thrown out there well by Egan, but a little bit high, and Logging did a nice job of bringing it down. Pickup of about 8 on the play. 3rd down coming up for the Hornets. 3rd and about, we'll say a long 3. The ball position at the Wautoma 35-yard line. Shotgun this time for the Hornets. 2 receivers right, 1 left. They run the option. Egan keeps the football, and he's not going to get to the sticks. The interior of that defense did a wonderful job that time.
Egan, the carrier.
Tarek Tuttle, the first to the quarterback.
4th down.
No gain on the play. And I would assume we're going to see the punt team now from Wautoma.
Egan is also the punter, so you never know with a quarterback being back there punting.
That's something. And then last week, the Westfield quarterback was the punter as well. Let's see what Wautoma does out of this formation. They just pretty much go back to kick it. We get a flag. Now, if that flag's on Nekoosa, which it's not, it would have been a first down, but it's going to be a procedure penalty going the other way. So they'll mark back Westfield, make that Wautoma 5 yards.
Penalty against the Hornets. Replay 4th down.
So Wautoma's first possession lasts a little less than 2 minutes. Still 10:04 to play here in the quarter. Nice night for football, really. Like I said before, it's a little damp, but we expect no rain tonight, and the temperature is very comfortable. Good punt by Egan, rolls down to about the 29-yard line. 39 yards on the punt. That's 39 net for Egan. I think he'll take that anytime out. Nekoosa's offense hits the field. Owen Linsmeyer, senior quarterback, leads the team. Behind him in the backfield, we have a sophomore in Tarek Tuttle and a senior in Colton Kokoka. Kokoka has really played well the past few weeks. He leads the team with 617 rushing yards and 11 touchdowns.
Ooh, nice block.
Kokoka on first down.
Nothing.
Maybe got by. I think he probably picked up a foot there, Dan.
Yeah, you're right. You know, you mentioned this last week, Tom, that it seems like our best play is right up the gut, right up the middle.
2nd down.
Ball carrier on that play was actually Tarek Tuttle. I thought that was 35, but, you know, I had a heck of a time differentiating 35 from 38 last week. So I was giving Kokoka the benefit of the doubt here. 2nd and 10 for Nekoosa. Everybody tight. Right side, Kokoka this time, and he bursts his way out near the 35. Nekoosa's still about 5 yards short of the sticks. These two teams met, of course, last year in conference play. Nekoosa got the better of the Hornets that night, topping Wautoma 38-14. Again, that game played at Wautoma. Here, Nekoosa needs a long 4 yards to get that first down. Wing back on the left side. They run left side. Tuttle stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Nice play by number 53. Or is that 56?
Tarek Tuttle on the carrier. Pike in on the tackle. 4th down.
Either way, no gain on the play. 4th down coming up. I think I should have worn my glasses tonight, Dan.
I wore mine, Tom, and it doesn't make a difference.
Sort of a hazy night, and it's making it hard to pick up the numbers right now for this old guy anyway. Brad Savage.
Poor punt.
Hits one off the side of his foot. It does take a little bit of a
nice
kick,
roll.
though. And bounces another 10 yards out of bounds at about the 34. Yeah, he ended up with, 29 yards on that punt. Not Brad's best effort, but it turned out pretty well. So let's see what the Hornets have to do here now on their second possession of the game. Threw the ball once, ran the ball twice in possession number 1. Two receivers lined up left. The guy you got to look out for on this Wautoma offense is Bryce Bennett. He's made some big plays against Nekoosa in the past. I believe that's Bennett with a carry.
About 5 yards.
Bryce Bennett, the ball carrier. Xavier Vicente in on the tackle.
Out to the 40-yard line, Xavier Vicente on the stop for Nekoosa from the secondary. Jack Egan, of course, the little brother of Johnny Egan, who was a 4-year football player at Wautoma, graduated a couple years ago. Bennett on 2nd down, tries to get to the sticks. He's going to come up a bit short.
Bennett again the carrier. Hunter Miller.
Hunter Miller in on the stop for Nekoosa.
It could be about a long 2, long 3.
Well, they mark it about the 37 and a half. So
Long
I think
3.
You're right on it there, Dan. We'll call it 3. 3rd down and 3 to go yet for the Hornets. They had a big night last week. Offensively, put up a lot of points. Bennett tries to get outside. He couldn't, but he squirmed forward. That last little dive got him right around the 45. Depends on where they mark it.
First down for the Hornets.
It is a first down.
I'm looking at that front line of Wautoma, and looks like the center is the smallest player.
Boy, he is small, isn't he?
What
is the number of that center? My goodness gracious, he's probably goes about 150 pounds. From the shotgun this time, Bennett make that Egan, keeps the football, and he is buried. Number 56, Trent Layton, one of the first to get to the quarterback.
With the ball.
I got center number 50, Sam Egan, who's a sophomore, 5'9", 165. I'm pretty sure it was number 50.
Loss of 1 on the play, and by the way, that was Logging with a carry. This time, Egan will go back under center. Second and about 10. Looks left.
He's going to...
Pulls it down, crosses midfield, and steps out of bounds at about the 47-yard line.
We got about 9 yards.
Egan is a good athlete, no doubt about it. It showed some of the athleticism right there.
Well, I got to believe with 2 downs and a yard to go that this is 2-down territory.
Now the ball's at the 47. Really depends on what the Hornets do here. If they can pick up a yard or 2, still be short, I think they'd go 2 on 4th down. I formation, they give it to the tailback, and Bennett has the first down and a bunch more.
Bryce Bennett, brought down by Nekoosa.
Picked up about 10. First down number 2 for Wautoma. They're moving the football.
I don't think Coach Becker was happy on that play. We missed a tackle in the backfield.
You know, Nekoosa's defense did not play well last week. Gave up over 400 yards to the Pioneers and over 300 on the ground. Now Wautoma looking to pick up where Westfield left off.
All right, another nice gain, about 4 yards.
Bennett again.
Bennett brought down by Gerardo Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, and then a stop for Nekoosa after a 4-yard pickup. Yeah, Nekoosa won that ball game last week, 36-34, but they are outgained like 400 to 200 yards. Westfield really shot themselves in the foot with 4 turnovers.
That was a difference in the game, Tom, no question.
And, of course, that Cody Schmidt kickoff return in the end. From the shotgun. What happened that time?
I don't know. He just went down, Tom.
I thought maybe he had handed the ball off, but it looks like he just lost his footing. And that was actually Nathaniel Logging that took that snap out of the shotgun. That's an interesting setup for Wautoma. So from the shotgun, you may either see Logging or Egan taking the snap. And I bet you dimes to donuts when Logging takes the snap, Egan lines up wide. 3rd down and 12 from the gun. A lot of room out here on the left side. Catch is made by Logging, but he catches the football out of bounds. Incomplete.
Good pass, Tom.
Yeah, Logging, if he would have caught it initially, I think he might have had a catch.
Yep, he would have had a catch. Popped up and he caught it out of bounds.
So now at Wautoma 4th and 12, I don't think there's much doubt here that they'll bring on the punt team.
Oh no, Tom. I think if you can bury a team and put them down by the 10-yard line, 15, make them go the length of the field.
By the way, there's a pretty good breeze tonight, blowing left to right as you watch this game.
Nice kick.
Nice kick by Egan inside the 15-yard line.
Nekoosa football.
So Nekoosa will start from there. Papermakers 3 and out with their first possession. Ran the ball 3 times for 5 yards. Now starting deep in their own territory. don't see the splits being as big as what we saw earlier in the year in those Nekoosa linemen.
No, I agree.
They run right side. Kokoka found a little opening and carries some tacklers and loses the football. Who's got it?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Nekoosa.
Nekoosa got it back.
Who was that to get up? Number 38.
Kokoka got it
Yep,
back.
got it back.
That's one of the problems. I mean, the way Kokoka fights for yards, he leaves himself open for secondary tacklers to come in and rip at the football. And that's what happened that time.
Yeah, and officials aren't going to blow the whistle until they know that his forward progress is definitely stopped.
2nd down and 5 yards on the pickup. Counter play. Broken tackle. I believe that's number 25, Matt McDonald. Nope. It was Tarek Tuttle with a carry. Nice pickup for Tarek. 20 yards. First down, Nekoosa. Well, I tell you what, the way I'm going tonight, I might as well wait for the PA announcer, Steve Bouchard, to tell me who carried the football. I've been wrong about 4 times. From the 39, 1st and 10. Straight ahead. Kokoka. Out to about the 43.
You know, I agree. I think with both these teams, so far what I've seen, running it right up the middle, it seems to be the most successful play.
I really like it when Nekoosa has those wide splits of that offensive line and then try to pop the ball in the middle. I think that's a good strategy. I don't think Nekoosa is the biggest team in the world up front.
No.
2nd down, they run the counter the other way.
Good blocking, good blocking.
Hunter Sipla into the clear. And he is caught inside the 10-yard line by Bryce Bennett. But Nekoosa springs the counter play by Sipla for, see, we're going to mark the football.
Boy, I didn't think there was anybody close to him.
I'm going to mark it at about the 10. So 44 yards on the carry. And Nekoosa all of a sudden knocking at the Wautoma door. They mark the ball at the 11. 1st and 10. 2:05 to play here in the quarter. Nekoosa with 2 receivers right, 2 left. They run straight ahead. Colton carrying tacklers near the 5. Boy, that kid is a lot stronger than he looks, isn't he?
With a hard run up the middle. 2nd down.
They mark the football at about the 5. So 2nd and 4 now, and of course 5 yards to go to that goal line. Ryan Liebherr brings the play in from Coach Jason Becker's bench. By the way, Wautoma coached by Mr. Mike Cleforth. Run right side, that's Tuttle this time, and he's not going to get much, if any.
We got about 3 yards, Tom.
He's inside the 5. They're going to move the chain. Still about a yard, maybe a yard and a half from that first down. 3rd and 2.
Logging in on the tackle.
Nekoosa's first score last week was a 24-yard field goal by Brad Savage. Didn't seem like much at the time, but you look back on the game, and that was really the winner. Nekoosa wins by 2.
I thought about that after I got home, Tom. Didn't seem like much at the time.
Right now, Nekoosa going for 6. 3rd down.
Touchdown.
Tarek Tuttle, touchdown, Nekoosa. Tarek Tuttle takes it 2 yards. Nekoosa on top, 6-0, with 25 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 90-yard drive put together by the Papermakers. And they get on the scoreboard first in this ball game. Of course, the big play on that drive, the 44-yard run by Sipla. Brad Savage on to attempt the try. And Brad rams it through. 25.6 seconds to play in the quarter. It's Nekoosa 7 and Wautoma nothing. So a nice crowd here on homecoming night. Very happy that their team on the board first. Brad Savage kicks it away. Wind at his back, and Savage hits a good one. That's going to tumble into the end zone for a touchback.
To me, that's the best kick in high school and college.
And the pros.
Yeah.
How do you think that wind is? About 10, 15 miles an hour? Or maybe not quite that strong. I'd say 10 miles an hour, 10 to 12. Out of the east tonight. We're supposed to get showers or thunderstorms overnight, but again, nothing during this ball game, thankfully. So Wautoma with the football, now trailing by 7.
Toma's got pretty good stats in the passing game, though, Tom.
Yeah, they throw like 20 times a game, too. We've seen 1 throw, 2 throws so far tonight. They run on first down, and Nekoosa does a pretty good job of finding that ball carrier. 56, Trent Layton in on the stop with a couple of his friends.
Tristan Holden in on the tackle.
Holden in on the tackle also. No gain on the play. Clock running down. That'll be the last play of this first quarter, which has gone by quickly. Good ball game here at Holland Field after 1. It's Nekoosa 7 and Wautoma nothing. Wautoma 2nd and 10 as we begin the second quarter. The ball at the 20-yard line.
And Wautoma is now going into the wind.
Now they have the wind at their back.
Oh, yeah, you're right. His wind is on their back.
So see if they throw the ball more. Now they're going to run on second down, and they got a big play. Is that Jake Pike?
Garrett Hintz with the run.
Garrett Hintz
on the tackle, first down for
takes the ball all the way up to the 43-yard line. That's 23 yards and a first down. Cody Schmidt saved the day that time with a tackle. Wautoma only had 24 yards in rushing yardage in the first quarter. First play of the second quarter, 23 yards by Hintz.
See, I like this when they split like this. You know, now gives you a number of options.
They run right. Egan was a little bit hesitant that time, and Bryce Bennett paid the price as Hunter Sipla brings him down.
Short gain on the play, second down.
Good job by Aaron Peckham turning in that play. Yeah, it must be tough. You're a left-handed quarterback. You have to run the option to the right. You know, you got to pitch it with your right hand, and I would think that's a little bit awkward.
I hate that option play in high school.
Defensively or offensively?
Offensively, there's so many things that can go wrong.
One receiver split, they run straight ahead for very little. The whole Nekoosa front 4 in on that stop. Dylan Bauer leading the way. About a yard on the play, 3rd down and 8 coming up now for them Hornets. Those pesky Hornets from Wautoma. Home of Jared Abradaris, one of Dan's favorite Badgers.
Yes, he is.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Left is the wide side of the field. Egan in the shotgun. Looks short side, goes down the middle. Got a man out there. Good catch, Dakota Wilcox, touchdown. You know, Cody Schmidt had pretty good position, but he just let that ball get over his head. And I tell you what, Egan put it right on the schnozzle that time. Fine throw by the Wautoma sophomore. It's a 7-6 ball game with 10-10 to play in the second quarter. Boy, that lead didn't last long.
No.
You know, I wonder if the wind didn't affect that ball and Cody Schmidt's judgment there a little bit. Because if we said the wind is behind him now. So that ball's going to look a little differently going down the field. That was a nice high throw by Jack Egan.
Well, Jim and I saw him warming up, and I tell you, he was right on the money passing.
On to attempt the point is number 44, I believe that is, Bert Colton.
Colton Burt with the extra point.
Or Colton Burt. No, it's Bert Colton. And he puts it through. to tie the ball game. 10-10 to play first half. It's Nekoosa 7, Wautoma 7. Wautoma kicks it back to Nekoosa, and another good kick. This one's going to head toward the goal line too, and it does send Colton Nekoosa back a step in the end zone. I don't even see who the kicker was. Was that Bert Colton again or not? Whoever it was, really put their foot into it. If we had instant replay, we'd use it, honest to goodness, but we're a one-camera operation. Oh, but what a camera it is, huh? With Jim Allen behind that camera. Nekoosa, 1st and 10 from the 20 again. They split everybody out. This time they throw it, though. I think that's Cody Schmidt with a catch, and he's going to lose a yard or two.
I agree. That's a risky pass, too, like that.
Bennett out on the tackle.
You know, you got to get a block in that case. You know, you throw that quick pass, you need to get the defender of that particular man, providing they're playing man-to-man, blocked. Yeah, that did not happen that time. 2nd and 12 now, back at the 18-yard line. Back to the ground. Colton almost broke out of there.
Yes.
Saving tackle by, I think it's Egan. It's a single number. It was. No, it's Nathaniel Logging. I'm having a heck of a time differentiating Logging from Egan in this game. Colton picked up 11 on the carry, though he's still a yard short of the first down. So a big 3rd and 1 for the Papermakers. Straight ahead. Breaking out is Nekoosa. Foot race with Bennett. Colton can't get away, brought down at about the 13-yard line.
Nekoosa chased down by Bryce Bennett. 1st down, Papermakers.
It's not bad, huh? 48 yards on 3rd and 1. And Colton gives the Papermakers a 1st down deep in Wautoma territory.
About the 15? Looks like it's right on the 15.
You know, Nekoosa has pretty good speed, and Bennett showed there that he has pretty darn good speed himself. You see, he tracked down the Nekoosa running back. They marked the football at the 15. 1st and 10. Tight formation, wing back on each side. Fumbled a snap a little bit, but Linsmeyer still got the handoff away. And who was that masked man with the football? Nekoosa again. Colton took it down to about the, well, I'd say the 12-yard line. Well, you can feel that breeze. The wind is not letting up at all. Johnner Allison over the football for the Papermakers. Leighton and Bauer on the left side, right side of that offensive line. Tuttle in motion. He gets the football.
Oh.
Tries to take it outside, and that was a mistake. If he would have turned that up, he'd had a play. But Logging, playing the outside, brought him down for a loss. You know, when you're a sophomore, you know, you come in thinking that you're going to outrun a lot of guys that are juniors and seniors, and it just doesn't happen. Actually, no gain on the play, no loss on the play, so a 3rd down coming up again for the Papermakers. 3rd and about 7. They are in field goal range. Linsmeyer looking for Miller. Good play.
That was a good play.
By number 13, is that?
Under Miller,
43.
43.
4th down.
Alexis Gomez. The ball hung up just a little bit that time. Hunter Miller was open. And now it's Nekoosa throwing into a little bit of a breeze. That may have been a factor. Brad Savage on. They're going to mark the ball at about the, or Owen Linsmeyer is going to mark the spot at the 19-yard line. So a 29-yard attempt here for the Nekoosa kicker. He does not kick it well, and it does not go through. That one came out sideways.
Field goal goes wide left.
So Nekoosa fails
Wautoma football.
to get any points after being 1st and 15 or 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Nice job by the Wautoma defense. Couple of big plays, one by Logging and one by Gomez. See if the Nekoosa D can bounce back now, get that football back. 7:17 yet to play here in the quarter. Second quarter.
Ooh.
Bennett out to the 25.
One player away from making a big play.
Tripped up by Xavier Vicente.
Vicente made the tackle for Nekoosa, but he paid a price as he comes limping off the field. Matt McDonald into the ball game to replace him. Second down, and let's call it 6. The ball at the 25-yard line. 2 receivers left this time. Bennett breaks out.
Oh, holding.
Flag on the play. Oh, a nice tackle out there by Nekoosa.
There is a penalty on the play.
Boy, did Nekoosa put Bennett down in a hurry there, huh?
Hold against the Hornets.
So the holding penalty is going to nullify that nice game by Bennett. It's going to send the Hornets back 10 yards. The flag is laying at the, 26-yard line, so I'd assume the ball is going to go back to the 16. The line of scrimmage was a 24.
This marking off, Tom, is not an exact science.
Hey, it went back to the 16, though. How about that? Huh? Second penalty on Wautoma. Now the Hornets second down and about 15.
I wonder if Nekoosa wouldn't have more success if they put receivers out wide, and spread.
They'll spread the formation once in a while. Egan going to go long again?
No, he's going to go short.
And he left it short.
Yep. If he would have got it to him, 30 was open.
Taylor Rivers running a little under route after Nathaniel Logging ran the deep route on this side. But yeah, Egan just left that one short, or could easily been Rivers maybe broke that pattern off a little late.
Jim and I were talking about that before the game, and I didn't see it. It's to get pressure on Egan. And we had no pressure on him that time at all. He had all the time in the world.
It's your best pass defense, right?
Yes.
Third down now and 15.
There you go.
Pressure this time, and Egan is going to go down. Trent Layton got him. Down inside the 10-yard line.
Trent Layton brings down Jack Egan.
Big play by the Nekoosa senior.
No, that's a football.
Layton, one of the linebackers, I believe, for Nekoosa, came on the blitz that time, and he was in Egan's face in a hurry.
Sure is nice when you know they're going to pass, isn't it?
That helps, I think, yeah. Egan punts it away, and he hits a knuckler. Look out here. Oh, it takes a Nekoosa hop this time. Goes out of bounds about the 35-yard line. So Nekoosa back in business with very good field position. Still 5:28 to play here in the half. We're tied at 7 in a battle of unbeatens in the South Central Conference. Winner of this ball game really in the driver's seat, especially if Nekoosa wins this ball game. They have Adams Friendship and the Dells left on their schedule. Nekoosa broke a tackle. How'd he get away from that one even, huh? Cassie Weddle had him dead to rights in the backfield. And Nekoosa just simply gave him a little stiff arm and moved on. Only got 2 on the play, but again, probably should have lost 2 on the play. Wing back on the left side. He's in motion. Tuttle. Tarek picks his hole and gets down near the 25.
It'll be about a yard short, Tom. Maybe a yard and a half.
Tuttle on the carry. Wilcox and Loa in on the tackle.
You know, Derek follows his blockers nice, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Very patient for a young runner. Just watching the line marker across the way, they were going to mark it originally like 4 yards from the sticks. I thought, that can't be right. Now they've got that straightened out. Quick hitter straight ahead, Nekoosa. It's going to be close.
It's going to be close, but I don't know. Depends upon the mark.
I think they're marking about the 23 and a half, and I think that's pretty much what you got to get to.
Casimira Waddell with the tackle.
We're going to measure, Tom. I think he's a little short.
You know, there's no chance of rain tonight, but you just can feel the dampness, can't you, in the air?
Time to meet the team.
What do you think, Tom? Short?
Give a round of applause for the team.
No, I think he's got it.
Jim?
All volunteers.
And I say short, so 2-1. I hope you guys are right.
They stretch it out, and it's a first down easily.
Down Nekoosa.
First down number 4 for Nekoosa in the game. And a new set of downs now from the 25. Make that the 24. Make that the 23 and a half. Straight ahead. Tuttle. And again there, Tarek thought instead of putting his head down and taking that extra yard or two, he tried to get outside again.
I don't know what.
And
Illegal block in the back.
so the penalty is going to bring back the run anyway. So both teams shooting themselves in the foot here a bit with penalties. First on Nekoosa tonight. And I'm sure Wautoma will mark it off. It should go back to about the 33-yard line. We're keeping track of these officials, right? Trying to help them out. It's more like the 34.
Yeah. Well.
Second down and about, make that first down. No, it's
Second.
It's first down.
Yeah, I got
first
down.
and 20
Yeah,
now
you're right.
for Nekoosa. Back on the 34. Two receivers right, two left. Tuttle in motion. That's an odd play. And it's even more odd as Colton breaks it back and gets inside the 20-yard line. That was really a strange play. That had to be a broken play. It turned out well, though.
Yeah, it turned out real well.
Took it all the way down to the, 16. Make that the 17, about 16 on the carry. No, I say it was odd because Tuttle was in motion, and he was going to the right side, and they pitched the ball to the right, and they pitched it to the man that was in front of Tuttle. So they didn't have a blocker in front of him. Little counter play here.
Oh, he's going to be close to first down again, Tom.
Inside trap.
Derek Tuttle hit by Taylor Rivers.
I like that play, the old sucker trap where you fake the pitch and you try to get the lineman to chase the ball a little bit, then you run up the hole.
Oh, they moved the ball back again.
So short of the first down
Third down.
with the carry, but maybe a yard short.
Well, I thought he had the first down, and then they moved the ball back. They shouldn't do that to me.
Straight ahead, Tuttle. And again, Tarek tries to take it outside instead of getting the first down. But I believe he got the first down.
First down, Nekoosa.
Got it down to about the 11. And now with 3:15 to play in the quarter and the half, Nekoosa first and 10 from the 11.
Well, we were down here once before, Tom, and they stopped us.
Spread formation. One back behind the quarterback. He gets the football. That's Tuttle. He takes it straight ahead that time inside the 10 to about the 8.
Nekoosa, the runner. Brought down by Michael Lowa.
Well, they say it was Nekoosa with that carry.
Second down.
Yeah, I got a 50-50 chance of getting that right. Second down and about 8. Nekoosa this time for sure. Puts his head down inside the 5 and gets close to the goal line, I believe.
Nekoosa, the carrier, Waddell in on the tackle.
But that was a nice job of finishing the run.
Yes, it was.
Just put his head down and took what he could get. Ends up at about the 3-yard line.
I think he's closer than what that yard marker is.
3rd down and about 1.
Boy,
Nekoosa lost the football. I think Wautoma got that one. A costly turnover. Wautoma with it. 2nd fumble by Nekoosa tonight. That's the 1st fumble they've lost, though. But boy, what a terrible place to lose the football, huh? So Nekoosa with 2 chances now to get on the board here in the 2nd quarter. They missed the field goal and now turned the ball over at the 1-yard line.
We're starting to look like Wautoma did, not Wautoma, Westfield last week.
Yeah, that's true. And that's how Westfield lost that game. Nekoosa with 3 timeouts remaining. There's 1:58 to play. Let's see if they can hold the Hornets down there and get the ball back. Straight ahead with a run, and a real good job by that Nekoosa front 4. Very little on the play. Nekoosa chooses not to use a timeout. There was a fumble on the play. I had no idea.
There was no indication by either team that there was a fumble. I mean, nobody was jumping up and down, and nobody was running after the ball.
Someone just said, hey, isn't this the football? Jumped on it. You see that at all, Jim? Well, thank you, Wautoma.
Yeah.
So both teams with critical turnovers. We got to cash in here, and Nekoosa late getting the 11th player on the field.
Well, he probably didn't see the fumble either, Tom.
Andrew Melvin, the last one on. They run it on 1st down. Touchdown, Nekoosa. Is that Tarek Tuttle with a carry?
Tuttle with a touchdown.
Tuttle with a 2-yard run. It comes at the 1:45 mark of the 2nd quarter. Nekoosa now on top 13-7.
And if you watch this again, Tom, that wasn't the greatest handoff.
They had a problem there again,
yes.
Huh? Well, we got to clean that up in the 2nd half, huh? You know, Nekoosa's getting pretty good at scoring late in the half. So they did it twice last week against Westfield. And they do it here tonight against the Hornets. 1:45 to play, 2nd quarter. It's now Nekoosa 14 and Wautoma 7. Wilcox and Nathaniel Logging back, waiting for the kick from Nekoosa's Brad Savage. He kicks a little looper. Picked up by Wilcox on the run. And he's only got the kicker and Nekoosa to beat. And Nekoosa drives him out of bounds at the 20. Not good for Nekoosa.
No.
Dakota Wilcox with the return.
Wilcox did a nice job of fielding that squib kick. And he really took it in full stride and wasn't touched until he got down near the 20-yard line.
And Wautoma's got all 3 of their timeouts left.
And 1:36 to get that ball in the end zone.
Which to me is plenty of time.
Boy, both teams just trying to keep the other team alive here with mistakes. 4 receivers split, 2 left, 2 right, 1 man in the backfield with the quarterback, a man in motion this way. And they throw the ball to him, that's Bennett. And Bennett got away from the tackle from Schmidt, who had the best shot at him.
Got about 3 yards, I believe, Tom.
Good pursuit by the rest of the paper makers.
Justin Mortel on the tackle.
Justin Mortel brought him down.
Wautoma.
And Wautoma takes their first time out of the half. It's 3rd ball game of the South Central Conference season. Of course, Nekoosa Wautoma 2-0 coming in. Westfield is 1-1. Wisconsin Dells 1-1. Boston and Adams Friendship both 0-2 as we begin play tonight. Last week, of course, Nekoosa stopped Westfield 36-34. The Dells defeated Adams Friendship 41-20. And Wautoma defeated Boston 54-8. Other ball games tonight besides this one, Wisconsin Dells is at Boston and Westfield is at Adams Friendship.
Wautoma definitely has a tougher schedule going out than Nekoosa does.
Well, that Westfield Wautoma game could be a big one at the end of the year. If Wautoma wins tonight and then Nekoosa wins out, And then if Westfield beats Wautoma, you could have a three-way tie, which is pretty strange when you only got 6 teams in the league, isn't
I know.
it?
I thought the same thing, Tom.
2nd and 7 now for Wautoma. Egan keeps it. And he's got a good run inside the 10-yard line. That's a first down.
Is brought down by Aaron Peckham. First down.
You know, Egan's a big guy. 6'3", 215. He's still growing. He's only a sophomore.
Timeout White.
And Wautoma decides to burn their second time out. More football out here next week at Holland Field. Nekoosa's last regular season home game. It's hard to believe that's come so quickly. But they will play host to Adams Friendship. 7 o'clock here at Holland Field next Friday night. That's the 11th of October. Nekoosa finished their season down at Wisconsin Dells the following Friday.
You'd think that game would be Friday or Thursday, Tom?
They're Friday, according to the schedule.
That's according to schedule, but don't they normally play them on Thursdays?
Yeah, but they've changed things around again.
Oh,
the
they did?
WIA
Okay.
has to jack around with the schedules every year, it seems like, doesn't it? And that final ball game is scheduled for a Friday this year. What else has changed? I've got no idea. Tonight's a big night here in Nekoosa as freshman Hunter Hepler was designated as one of the captains for tonight's game. Hepler is out. He's suffering from a bout with cancer. And of course, everybody here in the stands pulling for Hunter, selling t-shirts tonight in Hunter's honor to try to raise a little bit of money to offset some of the expenses.
Should read 115.
And of course, like I said, he's named one of the co-captains tonight for Nekoosa here against Wautoma. Also selling t-shirts, by the way. Did you guys buy your t-shirt? Oh, that's okay. I bought 2. Because I look so darn good in lime green. That's the deal. First and goal, the ball at the 6-yard line, and flags come out. Boy, it's like we've stopped playing football
Left
here.
side.
Big penalty.
Which makes me think it was going to be a pass play.
Wautoma now 20 yards of penalties here in the first half. Both teams have turned the ball over once via the fumble. Like 2 plays between each other. Now it's first and goal from the 11. They run it with Bennett. Bennett broke a tackle, fighting toward the goal line, and he's going to get there. Nope, he's brought down. I'm sorry, right around the 5. I saw the rest of those Wautoma folks still trucking to the goal line. I thought Bennett was in that pack. But Nekoosa brought him down just short of the 5-yard line.
That was a nice run, though.
Second down and 5. I'm thinking, shouldn't it be third down? Second down.
Oh, there he is.
Not going to get him this time. Bennett to the outside, and he's got a touchdown. Bryce Bennett is elusive. He got away from Kokoka that time, who had a
Touchdown,
diving
Wautoma.
attempt. Wautoma scores at the 38-second mark. They now trail Nekoosa 14-13. Quite the ball game again tonight. Very similar to that game against Westfield last week, where those two teams just kept exchanging punches. Bert Colton on to attempt the kick. 5'7", 155-pound sophomore. And it's blocked.
Extra point is blocked.
Tarek Tuttle got it. And Nekoosa hangs on to their lead. 38 seconds to play and a half. It's now Nekoosa 14 and Wautoma 13. Joel Gonzalez has it teed up for Wautoma. See if they kick it deep to Cody Schmidt. Nope, they're going to hit a little flub kick. Picked up by one of the front men, Trent Layton, I believe. And Trent says, I don't want to lose this football, and he goes down. So Nekoosa still with 36 seconds to go in the half, has the football.
I don't get paid to be a running back.
Not in my contract. So Nekoosa, are they going to be conservative here? I would think so.
I would too, thinking you're going to get the ball the second half.
They do have 4 receivers, though, in the game. Single back behind the quarterback, Linsmeyer. Oh, he tried to throw the slant to Schmidt, who was open, but Owen left it high. My was, what if that ball was tipped and then picked up and taken the other way? But it was not. Second down. Rained quite a bit today. I'm assuming the grass is still wet, so that means the football is wet. So you got to be careful. 33 seconds to play, 2nd and 10 for Nekoosa. Look for him to stick to the ground here. Kakoka trying to pick a spot. Did a pretty good job of it.
Yes, he did.
Started left and then sort of worked his way back to the right or to the middle. And Coach Jason Becker takes a timeout. 26 seconds left to play in the quarter. Third down and about 4, though it says 3rd and 10 on the scoreboard. Ball at the 42-yard line. Colton leaps forward. I think he got the first down. Nekoosa took a timeout real quick. I think I would have let that. That is a first down, right?
They haven't signaled it. Now they have.
Well, that would have stopped the clock. But Nekoosa takes their last timeout. Nope. Is that their last timeout? It's got to be, right?
I think so. I think they took one on defense, Tom. But still show one up there, doesn't it?
No, that's on the Wautoma side. They still show 2 up there
side.
So let's go with the assumption there's 1 timeout left for both of these teams. Of course, this is homecoming week in Nekoosa. They had the big parade yesterday. Again, the weather not cooperating real well, but the rain did stop shortly after the parade started yesterday. So it was not a washout, even though I don't know if there was any fireworks scheduled. There weren't any held. I know that last night. Big dance tomorrow night. Dan, do you have your date for the dance tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Look for Dan there. 1st and 10. Gonna throw. Hunter Miller, the target downfield. He's covered well, and Owen takes it out of bounds with 17 seconds to play.
Hey, you're right, Tom. There was nobody open.
Runs out of bounds. Second down.
They ran Cody Schmidt and Hunter Miller down this left sideline, and neither one of them could break free from the defenders. Why is it the last 2 minutes of the half always takes 20 minutes to play?
Oh, all the time. I don't know if we're going to get this play off.
Well, that back judge is back, isn't he? Look at that. He's back on the 10-yard line. 2nd down. Hang on to the football, Owen. He does.
I do believe that time we were thinking about screen.
I thought so too, but I didn't see anybody to screen with.
And it wasn't a good, he couldn't pass it because we had 3 linemen downfield about 20 yards.
That's going to bring the end of the first half.
And the first half does come to an end. Good half of football action. 24 minutes remaining. Make that 30 minutes. Make that 24 minutes of football remaining. It's going to be a good second half. Our score at the break, Nekoosa 14 and Wautoma 15.
me great pleasure to introduce to you this year's homecoming queen and the other ladies of her court of honor, escorted by our freshmen. Haley Baker, daughter of Chuck and Cheryl Baker, escorted by Hunter Hepler. Lexi Brost, daughter of John and Nancy Brost, escorted by Cade Lancor. Taylor Hazelmeyer, daughter of Nicole and Jack Pabst, escorted by Josh Dillon. Desiree Shue, daughter of Jeff and Deb Shue, escorted by Nick Humphrey. Laura Sprain, daughter of John and Kristen Sprain, escorted by Josh Anderson. Katrina Tyne, daughter of Jeff and Lamise Tyne, escorted by AJ Ruiz. Amber Wolf, daughter of Michelle and Dave Wolf, escorted by Josh Savage. And this year's 2013 homecoming queen is Dana Javorek, daughter of Maria Malik and Kevin Javorek, escorted by Riley Esselman. Our 2013 homecoming king is Owen Linsmeyer, son of Scott and Michelle. The other gentlemen of this year's homecoming court are Dylan Bauer, son of Tom and Mitch, Colton Kukulka, son of John Kukulka and Marty Meyer, Trent Layton, son of Scott and Casey, Brett Merritt, son of George.
Half number 2 coming up shortly. Nekoosa leading 14-13 at the break. Papermakers got on the board first in this ball game. Tarek Tuttle took it in from 2 yards out at the end of the first quarter, 25 seconds to play. Brad Savage kick made it 7-0 Papers. 2 minutes later, Wautoma got back on in the game on the scoreboard when Dakota Wilcox ran or took a 55-yard throw from Jack Egan. The Bird Colton kick made it 7-7 at that time. Nekoosa got the lead back with 1:45 to play in the half. A Tarek Tuttle 2-yard run following a fumble recovery deep in Wautoma territory gave Nekoosa a 14-7 lead, but a big kickoff return put Wautoma in really good shape with only a few seconds left in the half. They capitalized on a Bryce Bennett 6-yard run. Tuttle blocked the extra point, so we're 14-13 is our score at the break. Statistically, pretty close ball game. Nekoosa with 186 total yards, make that 184 total yards. Believe it or not, 186 of those coming on the ground. Throwing the football, Nekoosa 1 out of 3 for a -2 yards. Wautoma, they put up 124 yards in offense, pretty even between throwing and rushing. 18 carries, 58 yards. They were 3 out of 5 throwing the football for 66 yards. Wautoma with 20 yards in penalties, Nekoosa with 10. Both teams turned the ball over once. High kick is picked up by Cody Schmidt at about the 15-yard line, and Cody breaks away. Cody Schmidt, 40, 30, nobody's gonna get him. Cody Schmidt does it again. Touchdown, Nekoosa.
Unbelievable again.
What, does that kid have a knack for returning kickoffs or what? Huh?
Yes. And when he gets in the open, you're not going to catch him.
75 yards for Schmidt. And he puts Nekoosa on top 20-13 with 11:48 to play here in the third quarter. Boy, he's quick at times. I mean, when he gets out in the open field, he can run, number one, but he surprises me how he can break some tackles.
I agree, Tom.
Yeah, and a great run by Schmidt to start the half. That's the way you want to start a half, right? Brad Savage, did that go through?
I
did.
I have to wait until I see the officials, Tom.
11:48 to play, third quarter. It's now Nekoosa 21 and Wautoma 13. So before the Nekoosa fans could even settle back into the bleachers, the Papermakers on the board here in the third. Brad Savage now kicks it back to Wautoma. That one's not going to make the end zone. Picked off at about the 5-yard line by Dakota Wilcox, and here he goes. Wilcox tripped up by Colton Kukulka, not till he gets out to the 46. Boy, the special teams struggling now for both teams. I've noticed Nekoosa on their kickoffs, they have Colton Kukulka will stay back as sort of a safety valve or a safety guy. And he's made a couple of stops tonight. including that one on Wilcox. So Wautoma on the field. Offensively, trailing by 8 now, 11:40 to play, third quarter. One receiver wide right, one left. Tight end on the right side, I backfield behind Egan. Tailback with the football, that's Bennett. He breaks it outside and
about 5
stumbles
yards.
over the 50. A nice gain for the Wautoma running back. Wilcox slow to getting up on that play. He's going to go to the sideline for Wautoma. All that running, Bennett picks up 6. 2nd and 4. Ball just over midfield. Receiver left, receiver right, again from the eye. Bennett. Good pursuit. Trent Layton made the stop. Hunter Miller in there also. And Trent Layton looks like he's hurting a bit for Nekoosa. It's the second time now he's gotten up very slowly, and I'm talking in the last 2 plays. 2 yards on the carry, 2 yards left for that first down now for Wautoma. Again from the eye. Again the tailback. And Bryce Bennett has the first down easily. He pushes to the 41-yard line. So just power football right now by Wautoma.
And I'm watching that, Tom, and our defensive line just got pushed back 2 yards.
That was the case last week. Nekoosa defense got pushed around pretty good. Wautoma does have some of that size in that front line.
Yeah.
That left tackle, only 215. He might be the baby of the group.
Nothing fancy, just smash mouth football.
Again from the eye. Look for the tailback one more time. They're going to run it until you stop them. Bennett finds a little opening. Better job this time by Nekoosa. Gain of about 2. Nekoosa, of course, with the green socks on tonight. I'm sure you've noticed that throughout the ball game. That green matches the shirts that they're selling tonight to help out Hunter Hepler. Bennett again.
You're always close to that first down. About a yard short, maybe.
Trent Layton on the stop again, but not until Bennett has picked up another 6 yards.
Young elementary student, Spice, what's his first name? I think it's a Logan Spice. He's looking for his mom and dad, and he's down right in front of the PA announcer.
Third down and a long one now for Wautoma. They run the fullback this time, and Trent Layton meets him in his tracks. He didn't get it.
No.
Met by a bunch of paper makers on the line.
Hintz maybe picked up, well, he didn't pick up anything.
He lost about 2 or 3 feet.
So it's going to be third and I'll make that a 4th down and a legitimate 2 yards now to go for the first down.
That time they gave it to the first guy through instead of the second guy through.
See if they go back to the tailback here. Bennett lined up at about the 41. He needs to get to the 31 for the first down. They pitch it. Schmidt, let him get outside, and Bennett picks up the first down. Cody Schmidt had a good shot at him, but
Bennett gets around the corner for a first down.
But just didn't approach the running back properly, and Bennett took it right around him for an easy first down.
Yeah, that time speed won out, Tom.
New set of downs, the ball now at the 28-yard line. Again with the I formation. Gonna throw. Had a couple of guys out here. He went for the short man, completed it to Taylor Rivers. And Rivers close to another first down.
Justin Mortel rides him out of bounds.
Mortel made the stop, and they mark it about a yard short of that first down marker.
Well, the way it's looking right now, Tom, is the only way that we're going to stop Wautoma is them stopping themselves.
That's a nice play. Oh, it is a first down.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't think it was, but
10 yards and a first down. Was a nice play call, I thought. You know, they're running the ball so well, and then all of a sudden they mix it up, and like I said, they had 2 receivers open over here that time. Took the short man. First and 10. Confusion in the backfield, and Bennett still makes positive yards. As a matter of fact, he almost gets down to the 10.
Bryce Bennett again with the ball. Tristan Holden with the tackle.
Holden on the stop for Nekoosa after a 4-yard pickup.
yeah, the quarterback and Bennett got tangled up in the backfield.
And that just shows you again how Nekoosa is really getting no penetration at all defensively on that Wautoma front line. They need to make a play here. Second down and about 6. Egan hands it to Hintz, the fullback, and again the fullback with very short yardage.
Who's that number?
Trent Layton again, filling the gap.
Met at the line by Dylan Bauer.
Maybe a yard on the pickup.
Third down.
Third down and a long 5 now for the Hornets. Trailing by 8. 6:48 to play now here in the third quarter. This time from the shotgun. A single back, that's Bennett next to the quarterback, Egan. They run Bennett. No, Egan keeps the football. And I think he's brought down a little bit short of that first down marker.
I don't know, Tom.
Brought down by Matt McDonald.
Depends on where they mark it.
McDonald brought him down, and they're going to mark it a yard from the first down marker.
I think they're going to measure.
I guess you're right.
A measurement.
I guess the fellow with the down marker over there is disappointing me. He's pretty slow moving that thing tonight.
I think he has it from where they marked the ball. I really do.
I was watching the fellow on the far side mark the football, which probably wasn't the best deal. And I think you're going to be right, Dan.
Oh, no.
He's short.
Oh, now they're stretching it out.
About a foot short.
Well, no question in my mind.
Fourth down.
Oh, yeah, down 8 points.
Yeah, quarterback sneak. Yeah, maybe not the quarterback sneak when you're picking up yards like they are.
I don't know. It's certainly an option with a big quarterback like Egan. I think I'd line up in that I formation one more time. And either run the sneak or hand it off to Bennett. Nekoosa has not been able to stop Bennett here in the second half. That's the formation. It's the I. Bennett positioned behind Hintz in the backfield. Egan pitches it. Schmidt. Cody Schmidt makes a big play on Bryce Bennett. That time Cody came up and made the play.
Yeah, you know what happened? He was going to make a cut and he slipped on the grass when Schmidt just got there.
We'll take it.
Yeah, you're darn right we'll take it.
So Schmidt actually, make that Bennett actually lost about 5 yards on the play. And Nekoosa with the football now, 8-point lead. They're starting from the Wautoma 13-yard line. 6:12 to play, third quarter. They run the football. Kokoka breaks tackles, takes it up to the 34.
Isn't that something, Tom, how you run it up the middle and you pick up 5-6 yards of crack and run it up the middle and run up the middle, and then on 4th and inches you
pitch the football.
Pitch something wide. And
yeah, I think that, with a big quarterback like Egan, hindsight says just sneak it for that yard.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't, too, Tom. I really am.
A pretty good sized front line up there, except they do have a small center. That's a factor. First and 10 from the 34. Nekoosa again. And again, bursts through there, close to another first down.
Nekoosa brought down by Nolan Hintz.
Hintz on the stop. They're going to mark him about a yard short of that first down mark. But Nekoosa moving the football. Boy, Colton does such a good job of just exploding through that front line. He sees a little crack and he just turns on the jets and bursts through there. Colton, good blocking up front this time as he just rides his blockers across midfield to the 49. 8 yards, another first down.
First down for Nekoosa.
Nekoosa, hurry up offense, no huddle. Waiting for the umpire to put the ball in play. They pitch it to Tuttle. Tarek follows his blockers. Down to about the 41.
Tarek Tuttle with the carry.
There's no huddle again, Tom. I don't know.
Holden Smith on the tackle.
We've seen Nekoosa do this almost every ball game for at least a short bit of the game. 2nd and 2 now from the 42. They'll run it again. Nekoosa right side. First down yardage across the 40.
That's not my favorite play, that no huddle.
You know, against Columbus, that was very effective.
Was it? I
The
didn't
no
see that
huddle.
game.
Yeah, it really got Nekoosa back in the game offensively
Well, it wasn't a first down, Tom.
in the second half. Well, he should have had a first down easy. He was across that line.
You're going to measure.
They marked the football for some reason right at the 40.
First down, Nekoosa.
It is a first down. Nekoosa huddles up this time. 4:35 to play, third quarter. First and 10 from the 40. Tuttle. Tarek spins off a tackler inside the 35.
Tarek Tuttle with carry here.
Nekoosa chewing up some yards now. Runs a 21-9, 8 yards, and 6 yards.
Was that number 73 in the middle? Boy, he's a big guy. I can't make out his number.
Wautoma you're talking
Yes,
about?
Wautoma.
Yeah, they've got one fella that's 315.
Wow.
Tuttle. Not much blocking over here this time, but a nice little alley for Tarek to take the ball through.
Logan with the tackle.
And a couple of Nekoosa players slow to get up. Again, one of them, Trent Layton.
Down, Nekoosa.
Tarek took it to the 27, first down. Nekoosa's fourth first down of this drive, which started at the Wautoma 13.
I'm just looking at the Wautoma, the bench there. They don't really have a lot of kids on the bench, do they? I mean, about 10 or 12.
Well, they're supposed to have 39. Well, they have 39 on the roster. Counter play. Sipla has to turn it up. Gets away. Hunter Sipla to the corner. Did he get there? No signal. And they're going to mark him out of bounds at about the 1 yard line.
Hunter Zipline comes up just short.
26-yard carry. Nekoosa with a new set of downs at the 1 yard line. Got to punch it in here. I think there's one play to run here, Dan, and that's called QB sneak. Don't worry about handing the ball off in this wet weather. It's at least worth one try.
Yeah, I agree. It's worth a try.
Now they hand it off. Nekoosa, right side, touchdown. Colton Nekoosa and Nekoosa. So Nekoosa caps an 87-yard drive at the 3:18 mark of the third period. They're now on top, 27-13 in this ball game. Very impressive drive to separate themselves a bit from these Wautoma Hornets.
That was one of the better drives I've seen.
Savage.
Good.
Good one more time. 3:18 to play, third quarter. Nekoosa 28, Wautoma 13. So now a 15-point game. See if Nekoosa can do a little better on the kickoff coverage here. They kick it deep. And deep enough this time. Don't have to worry about the return. That has been their best kickoff defense tonight. Yeah. Giving up some long returns otherwise.
I think it's too early for Wautoma to change their game plan, and go to the air constantly. But I think you'll see the ball go in the air a few more times.
They haven't thrown the ball as much as I thought they would. They've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts all night.
Pretty successful, haven't they? I mean.
Yeah, they got 4 completions, but, again, they average like 20 attempts a game. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him go to the air more, though they've been moving the ball very well on the ground with this guy, Bryce Bennett. Hunter Sipla makes a good play this time, though.
You've been calling his name quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, Sipla's had a good game. That was actually Wilcox, evidently, with a football. I still think that was Bennett with a football. I'm going to go with Bennett. I'm going to override the PA announcer this time. No gain on the play. The Nekoosa drive a few minutes ago, 87 yards, all of it on the ground. 9 rushing plays. I'll make that 8 rushing plays. 2nd and 10. Egan. He's got a short man here. I think that's Wilcox. No, it's 30. Taylor Rivers with a catch. Takes it from the 20 all the way up to the 33.
He was wide open. There was nobody close to him, Tom.
And again, they ran a man deep, and then they cut Rivers over the middle in front of him. And I still think both of those receivers were wide open that time. Nekoosa is going to need to do a better job of either getting pressure on the quarterback or covering those Wautoma receivers. From the 34, first down. Egan keeps it. Egan. Aaron Peckham came up to make the stop, but not till Egan picked up about 7. And Cody Schmidt gets up slowly. Who's a little banged up out there tonight. Hard-hitting ball game between these two teams.
Maybe we'll get another turnover someplace, Tom.
Take all the turnovers they'll give. 8 yards on that last carry. 2nd and 2 from the 43. Shotgun. Single back behind the quarterback. And I think that's Bennett, and I think he lost his footing again.
Hunter Sipla brings down Bryce Bennett.
Sipla covered him up. And a loss of maybe a couple of feet. We'll say no gain on the play. So big third down coming up now for Wautoma.
Yeah, it is a big down for them. Big down for Nekoosa, too.
Minute 30 to play in the third down and a long 2.
I don't think they'll pass it, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong all night.
They're in the shotgun. See if they run the option with Egan again. Yep.
Oh, they had him.
He's going to be short of the first down by about a yard. Good effort by Egan, though.
Hunter Miller.
Hunter Miller in on the stop again. They need to get pretty much to the 45-yard line. You can see where the ball lies right now.
They're going for it.
We're under a minute to play in the quarter. This will be a huge stop for Nekoosa. Obviously, it's a big play for both teams. Now, Wautoma's going to burn a timeout. 46 seconds to play, third quarter, 28-13, Nekoosa. Nekoosa fans on their feet, urging on the defense here. 4th and 1 for Wautoma. Quarterback sneak.
He's got it.
And Egan got it pretty easily. All he had to do was get across that 45, and he did. Like I say, he's a big guy. I don't know why they didn't do that on the goal line before.
First down for Wautoma.
2 yards and a first down. Wautoma has moved the football here in the third quarter, but they have no points to show for it. They ran out of downs after a long drive earlier in the period. And then Nekoosa probably took about 6 minutes off the clock with their last drive. 1st and 10 from the 46. Egan kept it, and that might have been a mistake. Hunter Miller runs over the Wautoma quarterback back at the 41-yard line. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Nekoosa puts up 2 scores in the period. They have a 15-point lead heading into the fourth. Their score, Nekoosa 28 and Wautoma 13. Fourth quarter to begin. Wautoma is 2nd and 15 from their 40-yard line, from the shotgun.
All kind of receivers out, Tom.
4 total, 2 on each side. Again, they run the option, and Egan got away this time. No, he didn't. He lost a yard.
I had the wrong guy. The guy I had picked up about 5.
We were talking at the break, you know, John Egan's a pretty young quarterback, and it looks like he struggles a bit trying to run that option. I think I'd stay away from that in a close ball game. Third and 16. He certainly can do other things well, though, including throw the ball, and I'm looking for a pass here on 3rd and 16. 3 receivers right. He looks that way. Not much for pressure, and Egan throws a ball behind the intended receiver. Nathaniel Logging.
I got to believe they're going to punt.
Oh, yeah, no doubt here. 4th and, 16?
Yeah. So many things that can happen in a football game. You have to punt.
Colton Nekoosa, the single back, awaiting the punt from Egan. He's really up close. So Nekoosa really worried about Wautoma trying to run a gadget play here. They don't. And Egan hits a pretty good punt that goes out of bounds at the 22. So now Nekoosa needs to run some clock.
Yeah, about 7 or 8 minutes.
Pick up some first downs. They don't necessarily have to finish the drive. They just need to pick up some first downs. The clock is becoming an important factor in this game. Wautoma and Nekoosa have had some good ball games over the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I'd say halftime.
They've had some lopsided games before that, though. Nekoosa, right side, good run. It's a good way to start it. About 4 yards. I'll always think back to that first time we saw Jared Aberderis at Wautoma. It was Wautoma's homecoming, and he was the quarterback on that team. He was a senior quarterback. It was like 50-0 at halftime in that ball game. But Wautoma went on to win the state tournament that year, too. Nekoosa out to the 30. It's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. Gonzalez with the stop for the Hornets.
Oh, it's a long 3, Tom. Or it's a 3 yards at least. They got 4 on the scoreboard.
3 yards tops, that's for sure. The ball marked maybe just at the 30-yard line. They need the 33. They try to run the counter to Tuttle, and that didn't work out.
That was slow, developing.
Terry Tuttle gets hit by Waddell. 4th down.
Yeah, that's not the play to run either. That's not the strength of this Nekoosa team.
No. Unless you're trying to, cross them up or...
Good penetration that time by Weddle for Wautoma. So Nekoosa does not run much clock here. 9:40 to play. They punted away now.
They ran about 1 minute and 10 seconds off of it.
Brad Savage back.
Oh.
And he hits an end-over-end kick that's heading for the crowd.
Boy, that's about 45.
Not a good kick at all. They're going to mark it at the 47, so an 18-yard punt.
I think he was trying to punt away from the receivers, Tom, and the return men.
That was, the action on the football. Actually, it looked like it was a field goal that time, end over end. It's not easy to do when you're punting. So Wautoma catches a break, 9:31 to play. They've got 1st and 10 in Nekoosa territory. 3 receivers right. I think they call those trips to the left, 1 right. Down the middle, a reception to Bennett. Bennett takes it down to the 30, 17 yards on the completion. I tell you, this Wautoma team looks impressive throwing the football. They'll start 3 receivers on one side, And they'll bring one of those receivers across the middle of the field. That's been very effective because Nekoosa hasn't got a whole lot of pressure on the quarterback. He's had time to look over or survey the situation. They run the tailback here. And Nekoosa with a good play. Hunter Sipla was in the backfield waiting for Bennett that time. And Sipla having a good night, that's for certain. Also, Hunter Miller having a real good night. Trent Layton, of course, having his typical strong game defensively. Dylan Bauer, Colton Kokoka, all doing a good job, Nekoosa D, among other folks. 2nd and 12, and Wautoma, a little confusion. They have to burn their second timeout.
They brought 20 in from the sideline, Tom, and he didn't know the play, and he didn't know where even to line up.
8:37 to play, 28-13, Nekoosa. So Wautoma down to their final timeout now, 8:37 to play. And we get a whistle, and I'm not sure what's going on now.
I wonder if they're going to make him sit out a play.
During the timeout, Dylan Bauer was getting his arm wrapped, and when they were ready to play, Bauer wasn't quite ready to play because they were still wrapping his arm. So as Dan is saying, they're going to maybe make Dylan sit out a play or make Nekoosa take a timeout. And they take a timeout. 28-13, Nekoosa. We're not certain what's going on. Dylan Bauer is not in the ball game, even after Nekoosa took the timeout. Gonzalez came on to fill that linebacker position. Did I say Layton or Bauer? Bauer's the player with the route. First and make that 2nd and 10 now for Wautoma. Wide open. Bad throw, good catch on the other way. Down the sideline, I believe that's Justin Mortel. And a big play by the sophomore defensive back for Nekoosa. How about that?
I'll take it.
I'll tell you what, Logging was wide open,
yes,
but the ball was underthrown. And Mortel just made a good play on it.
Yep. Matter of fact, he had 2 receivers out there.
So Nekoosa with the football again. They're up by 15. We still have, what, is that 8:24 to play?
Yes, it is, Tom.
I get that goalpost in the way sometimes, and an 8 looks like a 9 or a 9 looks like an 8.
My cataract's getting away.
From the 28-yard line, first down. Sipla. Lots of yardage. Down to the 10-yard line.
Hunter Sipla with the carry.
Well, that play has been effective tonight, hasn't it?
First down, Nekoosa.
And last week against Westfield, Nekoosa just couldn't get outside like that.
No.
But this week it's going pretty well.
Westfield has a good team, a very, very good team.
Yeah, I think so too. I hope we don't see them in the playoffs.
I hope so too. I agree, Tom. I agree. Very, very good team.
Nekoosa 1st and 10, 1st and goal probably from the 10. Colton cuts it up down to the 5, maybe inside the 5.
You know how every year or every so often you sneak out a win? And I think last week against Westfield, that was Nekoosa's sneaking out a win.
Nice snuck out that one.
Yeah. Oh, we got an injury here. 84.
Cody Schmidt, 24, coming out of the game with looks like an ankle injury.
Boy, we don't want to lose him.
Well, we got to get him better in a hurry. Cody, by the way, with 3 kickoff returns for touchdowns this season through 6 games. Pretty impressive.
No, I got him marked down as all-conference special teams.
And Colton Kokoka with a punt return for Nekoosa, also for a touchdown this season. So 4 touchdowns off of returns for Nekoosa. 2nd down and about 6. Sipla is not going to get outside this time, and he's put down rather roughly that time by number 7, Nathaniel Logging.
Tell you the truth, Tom, even a field goal here is big.
So Nekoosa goes from 2nd and 6 now to 3rd and 9. Clock running, 7:10 to play. Let's see what would points do here. A field goal would give Nekoosa an 18-point lead. You're right, Dan.
3 scores.
So 3 scores. Savage is 0 for 1 attempting field goals tonight. He missed a 29-yarder.
That's why I think they're going to run left in front of the goalpost.
Linsmeyer looking for a receiver. And we got a flag on the play.
You got 3 flags on the play, Tom.
Colton Nekoosa was the intended receiver. And evidently, Wautoma player got there a little early. And that's going to be I think that's a 15-yard penalty, but I don't think it's an automatic first down.
I think the official told me he had him around the neck before the ball got there.
Where was the football at before? The 10?
It'll be a first down because it'll be at least a 10-yard penalty.
Well, no, but it's only going to be half the distance to the goal.
Well, then it's got to be an automatic first down.
I don't think it is. I don't think pass interference is in high school unless they've changed things over the years. Trying to figure out right now, the ball was at the 10. It should go down to the 5. It's probably going to be third down and about 3.
Well,
the problem here is that the down marker fella on the far side moved. So they're trying to figure out where the ball was.
Well, they can do it by the thing in where they got it marked with a clip. So that's not that.
No, because that's where not the possession, but the down started.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
And we got to throw.
Still trying to figure this out. Gonna have to get the calculators out. But it's not a first down.
No, I think you're right now, Tom. Now I'm going to half the distance to the goal.
So if they're saying the ball is at the 12, they'll take it down to the 6. They'll repeat the down.
Yeah, you're right. Down to the 6. Repeat the down.
So it's going to be third down. Actually, the down marker over there says first down. So that can't be right.
Maybe I don't know.
What down is it? It's third down. So a whole lot of confused fans right now. Good thing it's a nice night to be cute, confused, and sit out here at Holland Field, huh? Now they moved the football again?
I don't know. I think they're confused on the downs or what. I don't know. Third down.
So it's definitely third down. But boy, they marked the ball. Looks like the 7-yard line. We weren't on the 14 before, were we?
I didn't think so, Tom.
Here we go. Third down. Kokoka's going to be short, grabbed around the neck, and hold back around the 5. Brad Savage on. He's going to attempt put Nekoosa up by 3 more.
It's a tough angle, too, Tom. I wish you would have ran it to the left.
Trying to see where the hash marks are. The ball does look to be a little bit on the right side. Maybe it's right down the middle right now, Dan.
You think so?
I almost think so.
Nah.
Okay, a little bit right. Savage on to attempt a 23-yard kick, and he pounds it through. Brad Savage with a big kick.
That is a big kick.
At 5:55 of the third period, make that fourth period, Nekoosa now on top 31-13. Here's the exciting part of the game for Nekoosa, kicking off and tackling the man that returns the football. It's been an adventure lately. They need a good special teams play here. They kick it deep.
Yes, they did.
From the 15. Good coverage. Wilcox taken down. Olsen in on the stop. Jared Olsen for Nekoosa. Good play by the sophomore.
Sipla and Jared Olsen.
Sipla also in on the stop. Boy, we've heard his name quite a few times tonight. Called his name quite a few times tonight. So now with 5:55 to play, they reset the clock to 6 minutes during the break. So now 5:55 to play, 1st and 10 for the Hornets from the 24. Look for them to go to the air now.
Yes, definitely.
Nekoosa needs to get a little pressure on the quarterback. They pitch it instead. Oh. Crowd wanted a block in the back as 47. Mortel was sort of ridden out of the picture.
Tarek Tuttle with the tackle.
Tuttle made the stop.
Came up with the football, but I think
Short
Wautoma
game.
player was down.
Clock running, 5:30 to play. Second down and about 7. Egan. Completes the pass, first down yardage to Logging. And Nekoosa with a player down. No, he's getting up.
He was helped up.
Says, you're going to play, by golly. That's Cody Schmidt again.
Logging with the reception, Cody Schmidt with the tackle.
Clock stopped at 5:17 while they move the chains. From the shotgun. Deep down the right side, make that left side. Cody Schmidt in coverage. Pass incomplete, intended for Logging.
Wilcox, the intended receiver. Cody Schmidt in coverage, pass incomplete.
Yeah, Nekoosa has 2 timeouts left. They may need to take one here pretty soon defensively. Yes, they're looking a little bit worn. You don't want those cornerbacks to get tired at a time like this. Second down and 10 coming up. Ball at the 39-yard line. Two receivers left, 2 right. They run the football. Bennett wrapped up by Dylan Bauer. Who's at the bottom of that pile? Number 72, Tristan Holden, also with a good play. So Wautoma tried to cross him up that time. Not a bad call.
No, I agree, Tom. I didn't think it was a bad call either.
And Nekoosa ready for it, though. Brings up a 3rd and 6. Trips to the right. Egan got out of the pocket.
Oh!
Threw it right to Matt McDonald and went right through his hands.
To the Rivers, the intended receiver. Matt McDonald.
I think Jack Egan showed there that it's pretty hard to run to your right and throw back when you're left-handed. That ball just got away from him. 4th down rolls around. Again, trips to the right. Shotgun. Single back with the quarterback.
Watch the back come out of the backfield. No, he's there for blocking.
Ball knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Did someone hit his hand, or was that just a bad throw?
I think someone at the line of scrimmage got a hand on the football, and the ball is going to go back to Nekoosa. So the defense does a good job of hanging in there. Now you watch the offense come on the field, and I think I saw two guys come off the field for Nekoosa.
You did, Tom. Exactly. I counted them too.
So you got 9 guys playing both ways, which means you got to have 9 guys in really good football shape.
Yeah, I agree.
See what Nekoosa can do offensively now. They'll go back to the ground, I'm sure, with 4:30 to play. Kakoka. Good game by their offensive line, doing a good job tonight. And Colton, always a tough runner.
Defense came on strong the second half, Tom. They haven't scored the second half.
Yeah, I think they've done a pretty good job of shutting down Wautoma or keeping them down to 13 points tonight.
Yes, I agree.
They've given up some yards, but they've only, well, they didn't really break a whole lot at all tonight.
I give my game ball to the defense tonight.
Wautoma's earned what they got.
Yes.
Lensmeyer letting the play clock run down. Nekoosa 2nd and 3 from the 37. Kakoka right side. Kakoka inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup. Another first down for the Papermakers.
Well, that Wautoma defense has got to be getting wore down too a little bit, Tom. They've been out there a long time this half.
First down.
Yeah, and it's a tough time of the game to play. You know, you just were disappointed with your offensive possession. Time is running out. Things aren't looking good, and Nekoosa's just pounding the ball down your throat right now. Colton almost got out of there. Boy, they're hitting him high, aren't they? It's a couple times tonight. Someone's tried to twist his neck off.
I thought they ran that play a little bit soon.
They could have.
I was waiting for the guy back there to start counting off, and they had the ball hiked way before that.
3:20 to play now. Hunter Sipla brings in the play from Coach Becker's bench.
Young man has had a great game.
Certainly has. Nekoosa, of course, playing this game without Brett Merritt again. Starting linebacker, starting running back. Still has that arm in a sling.
Delay a game? Yep.
Delay a game against the
So Nekoosa took a little bit too much time off the clock that time. 2:53 to play. Let's see if the referee starts the clock now. I've seen them screw up. Not this group, but I've seen other officials actually start the clock after delay of a game penalty, which makes no sense. He hasn't put it in play yet. He did not start the clock. He's a smart referee. I mean, if they start the clock after a delay of game penalty, just keep taking delay of game penalties, you know? Sipla puts his head down inside the 30. Another good game for, gain for Hunter.
Down by Nolan Hint.
Down to the 27-yard line.
I think he got 2 or 3 more yards. He would have went outside, but there's a chance he would have went out of bounds, and I don't think they wanted to do that.
Want to keep that clock rolling. Wautoma does have one timeout left. They could stop the clock, of course. Aaron Peckham brings in the play this time. Third down at about 7 now for Nekoosa. Ball at the 26. And Owen's going to have to burn a timeout. I'm not sure why.
Timeout on the field.
Evidently, they ran down the play clock one more time. 2:08 to play, 31-13, Nekoosa. Nekoosa 3rd and 6 now from the 26. Counter action. Aaron Peckham dives forward. I think he's going to be a little bit short, but I don't think there's much doubt Nekoosa will go for it here on 4th down. Hintz made the stop for Wautoma. Clock running, 1:50 to play. They haven't put the ball in play yet. Nekoosa about, 3 yards away from that first down marker.
Looks like they're going to try a field goal, Tom.
Well, they are. Well, that surprises me. Why even take the chance?
Maybe for the practice. I don't know.
40 yards for Brad Savage. He's going to be kicking it into a pretty stiff breeze. You just don't want to get it blocked and returned here. Boy, he kicked it well. Into the wind. He sticks it through from 40 yards. How about that? Brad Savage puts another 3 on the board.
They might be trying to get another all-conference player.
Minute 23 to play, 34-13, Nekoosa. So Brad Savage, fresh off as probably the longest field goal he's made in his high school career, kicks it deep into the wind, down to the 5-yard line. Wilcox. And again, good coverage by the Nekoosa special team.
Dakota Wilcox with the return, brought down by Hunter Sipla.
Sipla again and on the stop. Boy, he's made plays at the line of scrimmage. He's made plays special teams. He's made plays offensively. I think he's had a pretty darn good night.
Yes, very good night.
Minute 17 to play now. Nekoosa with a 21-point lead. The biggest of the night. Thought maybe that we'd see some new faces in the game for Wautoma. I think there are a few new faces, but Egan's still in there at quarterback. Of course, he's just a sophomore, so he needs all the snaps he can get. Going to take it under center. New running back in the ballgame, new tailback, and he gets the football. It's number 34, Logan Kruger. And Kruger held to no gain. Nekoosa with the first squad defense out there yet.
Krieger, the carrier.
As the clock runs down, under a minute to play in this homecoming game here in Nekoosa.
Wautoma is a young team, though. They're going to be back next year.
They're going to be darn good next year and the year after.
Yes, a lot of sophomores.
2nd and 11.
Ooh, nice run.
32 with the football. That's Garrett Hintz, and he's got a first down. His longest run of the night.
Garrett Hintz, the carrier. Tackle made by Matt McDonald.
Wautoma will miss Bryce Bennett next year, that's for certain. He's had an outstanding high school football career.
I think their receiver is a senior too. There.
Rivers is a junior, I believe. The leading receiver.
You're right, he's a junior.
1st and 10.
Ooh.
Krieger couldn't find the pitch from Egan, which was not a good one. And Nekoosa recovers the football. Tristan Holden with the recovery. And Nekoosa offense on the field for one last play.
Need time.
17 seconds left in this contest. Overall, a very good performance tonight for Nekoosa, as they fend off another challenge here in the South Central Conference. Nekoosa has won, 22 of the last 23 ball games in the conference. And that includes this one tonight. Celebration begins on the Nekoosa sideline.
And that's the end of the game.
Fans on their feet, applauding their paper makers who have held service here at home tonight.
Right back here next Friday.
They celebrate homecoming in style with a 34-13 victory over Wautoma. Nekoosa now 6-1 on the year, 3-0 in the South Central Conference. Wautoma slips to 3-4 on the season, and they are now 2-1 in conference play. So Nekoosa, the only undefeated team in the conference right now, so they control their destiny. 2 more ball games left. Next week here against Adams Friendship, the following week at the Dells. Papermakers win those contests, they win another South Central Conference championship. So our congratulations goes out tonight to Coach Jason Becker and his fine staff of coaches, to the Nekoosa seniors, who have certainly proved their leadership during this football season. Of course, the entire football squad on a win over Wautoma. Good win tonight against the Hornets. Interesting ball game, close first half. Nekoosa led 7-0 after a quarter thanks to a 2-yard run by Tarek Tuttle. Wautoma struck twice in the second quarter, a 55-yard pass from Egan to Dakota Wilcox, and a Bryce Bennett 6-yard run. Nekoosa also put up a tally in the second period, a 2-yard run by Tuttle. Nekoosa led 14-13 at the half. Second half got off to a great start for the Papermakers. Cody Schmidt returned the opening kick, 75 yards to pay dirt, making it 21-13 with 11:48 to play. Colton Kokoka added a 2-yard run on after a long Nekoosa drive late in the quarter. Nekoosa took a 28-13 lead into the fourth quarter. Brad Savage with the only scoring in the fourth, knocked down a 28-yard field goal and then capped the night with a 40-yard kick. Nekoosa again winners tonight, 34-13. Next week, back here at Holland Field, hope to see you out here as Nekoosa will take on Adams Friendship and another South Central Conference ball game. Again, hope to see you out here next week at Holland Field. That wraps it up for us. For Dan Schmidt and Jim Allen, my name is Tom Kirst. I want to thank you for joining us and encourage you to do so next time for Nekoosa Sports.